Today we're going to learn how to thread the Viking Emerald 118 sewing machine. First of all, we're going to make sure the settings are correct. This dial up here should be set to number 5. The dial below it should be set to number 1. Below that, this dial should be set to number 3. Over here on the left, this dial should be set to number 5. And lastly, on the left side, this dial should be pointing straight up to number 3. Now we're going to learn how to thread. You want to take the cap off of the spool pin. Put your thread on the spool pin and then put the cap back on. Take your thread and you're going to follow the arrows on the machine. You're going to go behind this arrow here, down, follow this arrow and come up, and you're going to come up over this hook from right to left. So you're going to swing it around and then pull it forward so it sits in that hole. Very important that it sits in that hole there. Bring the thread down inside this channel and it goes behind the hook. Next, you're going to take the end of the thread and you're going to put it through the little hole at the bottom of the needle. You may have to cut off the end of the thread to get it through the needle. And you want to go through the needle from front to back. Next, we're going to learn how to thread the bobbin. It's very important that you put the bobbin in counterclockwise. You have a guide on your machine that shows you how the bobbin should be facing. You're going to put the bobbin next to the guide to make sure that it looks like the picture. It should be shaped like the letter P. You're going to bring the bobbin over to the bobbin case, drop it in there, hold the bobbin with your right finger. You're going to find the notch here right in the front and you're going to use your left hand to notch it. You should hear a little click. Drop that thread. You're going to pick up the bobbin, the top thread, and you're going to bring the bobbin thread up. How you do that is you hold your top thread and you push this little brown button right here. You're going to push it once and the needle's going to go down. You're going to push it again and the needle's going to come back up. Pull up on your top thread and you see a little loop there. You're going to pull that loop out of there all the way, and now you're going to take both threads and put them through the slit in the foot right there and put it back. The very last step is putting on the little bobbin cover door. You're going to fit these two little buck teeth into the slot and then you snap it down. Now, just as a note, let's say you go to do your bobbin and your button doesn't work. Look up here next to your thread. If this little lever here is off to the right, all you have to do is push it to the left and now your button will work. Okay? And that's how you thread your machine.